you have no affiliate, you know all them anything, expose them. So like now, if it could have been anyone, it could have been Tambo, it could have been Undlozi, it could have been Dlamini, it could have literally been anyone. So I just feel like Flash won't be just trying to cause division within EFF, and I don't think Julius Malema should actually entertain anything that Flash Shivambu has to say in this interview, because it just gonna cause destabilization of EFF.
Out that you're going to take this progressive decision so that he doesn't look at us with doubt. And then I said, okay, that's fine. I won't tell him that. If you feel telling him like that in the future, you'll be able to tell him. And some of them even went to pretend to be crying in the meeting of the Central Command team that, no, we did not know. We were shocked and all of those other things there. So it was a properly canvassed view. It was not a view that I just woke up and everyone else is shocked. It was a properly canvassed perspective that
I think when all is said and done, Floyd Shivambu look back at this decision of him leaving EFF, and also him making these remarks, going to this podcast and making such statement. I think he's gonna look back with so much regret. It might not happen in 2 years, in 3 years, but then down the line, he's gonna look back with so much regret, because some of these things I'm actually cringing, and I'm like, I don't understand why he's stooping so low. I don't understand why he's stooping so low. And also, right now, like I said, he bent the bridges, and right now I think it's causing the animosity between him and the fighters and Julius Malema and the whole EFF. This relationship is not gonna be fixed. And I know Julius Malema is very forgiving. I mean, the man initiated the meeting between himself and Jacob Zuma, and he also went all the way to KZN to have a team meeting with Jacob Zuma. So Julius Malema has a forgiving heart. And right now, what Julius Malema is going through, I actually feel sorry for him. Because I don't think anyone deserves what Julius Malema is facing right now. No one should be put through what Julius Malema is going through right now. And it's just disappointing someone that like he once considered a brother is actually inflicting and enjoying to inflict pain in his heart. Like, this actually so disappointing to witness.
As part of consolidating the revolutionary agenda, we need to take this decision to join Umkhonto weZizwe party. And there are those, of course, who had said, let's go all of us if you're going. Then I said, I don't think that is a wise decision. You can participate like in EFF and everything else there. But if you decide to join Umkhonto weZizwe, it must not appear as if I am responsible for a mass exodus from.
No, being honest, he is responsible for the mass exodus that's taking place right now at EFF. Flash Shivambu is the one that opened the floodgate, and I think he's the one that before you even went to MK, I'm sure he's the one that recruited. He was recruiting people within EFF while he was still at EFF, and recruited all this, the Manyis, the Mkhwebanis, or everyone else that followed him. I think he recruited these people. He's the one that recruited these people, and I think he's trying to destabilize EFF. Honestly, I'm actually sick. I need to be honest, because this is betrayal. And as much as it says like there's no betrayal in politics, this political move, and he keeps saying him joining MK move was the wisest decision and the most sound decision that he has ever made. And then what is he trying to say about him leaving EFF and forming him leaving ANC and forming EFF with Julius Malema? Was that not a sound decision ever? Was that not the best decision ever? I just feel like Flash Shivambu is being careless here. I think he's being careless here. And he's being short-sighted, man, because I don't think it's going to last at MK. It's not going to last at MK. And I can actually eventually see him forming his own party. He's going to eventually he will form his own party, and it's not going to work out. And I'm not trying to try and it's not, I don't want to see him succeeding, but alone, I don't think he can do it. Let me just continue playing the video.
EFF. I'm joining individually. Those who join later on, because they're convinced about the politics of Umkhonto we Sizwe, they will do so by themselves individually. That approach of joining as a group and everything else is not sustainable. It's not disciplined. It's not a proper organizational and political culture. So that is what I had said, that those of you who want to join, you can join whatever time you want to join, and will not.
With that statement, is it implying that like there's still more people that are going to join MK from EFF? Because if we're being honest, the whole like right now, the whole of MK, it feels as if like it was built on EFF's tears. The whole of MK, it feels like as if it was built on the breaking down of EFF, because remember, most MK took so many votes from EFF. They also capitalizing on EFF and taking members of EFF. So I'm trying to come up with I'm thinking like now this MK. Sorry, let me just play this.
Stop you from doing so. If according to your own political views, you think that you should now join Umkhonto we Sizwe party. That is why those who join, we welcome them to join from the EFF, from the ANC, from all these other political parties.
Do you expect
as
more,
to how,
more to join?
I don't expect more. So, you know, in Umkhonto we Sizwe party, in the organization, there is a saying that as babis bayazizela, like that. We don't call them, they come by themselves. And logically, I'm not surprised that in this conjuncture, it will make sense for those who want to pursue real revolutionary politics to associate with Umkhonto we Sizwe, because it's an organic formation which is fighting for total decolonization. It's fighting against all the manifestations of colonization and colonialism in South Africa. So I wouldn't be surprised, because
So yeah, if you haven't watched this video, it's on Sizwe Mpofu's channel. Go and watch it. It's I enjoyed it as much as like I found myself cringing throughout the whole thing. But yeah, this like the contrast between what Floyd Shivambu said in that interview and what he used to say while he was in EFF. Listen to this video.
Which will never be distracted by anything. And more than being political partners in terms of the political work, we are brothers. It's like we're as if we are blood brothers. So there is never a time that the EFF will be distracted. So the opportunists, of course, they will try to give whatever, which will never be distracted by anything. And more than being...
He's the one that's causing distraction within EFF. EFF was settled. I feel like EFF was settled. Everything was going smooth at EFF. And yes, I know they lost so many votes in the last elections, but then I think they were going to rebuild. I thought they were going to rebuild and come back much stronger and better. But then he's the one that's causing distraction. Sizwe says Floyd leaving EFF was one thing. I could accept that, but now he's moving like someone who's an enemy of Julius. Someone needs to explain that part to me. Exactly, he's the one that like right now is. I think Floyd Shivambu might know something, and he knows that like Julius Malema will never attack him, and it's just sad to see that like a friendship that spent like more than decades is destroyed. And maybe should we blame Jacob Zuma for that? Because one thing for sure is that like Floyd Shivambu was approached. He must have been approached by MK. I don't think he's the one that initiated the talk between himself and MK. Julius Malema, like I said in the last videos, that like Julius Malema, Jacob Zuma continues to outsmart Julius Malema. Jacob Zuma continues to outsmart Julius Malema, and that came out of nowhere. I don't think Julius Malema saw it coming, and it's gonna be interesting to see, man, how this whole thing pans out. But yeah, it stings to me. I don't think I think Floyd Shivambu is gonna look back with regrets, and it's gonna be interesting to see how things pan out within both EFF